الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلوات الله والسلام عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. All praises are due to Almighty Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for guiding us to Islam. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all His blessings upon us day and night. We send our blessing to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, my topic to you today is something very simple. We just have to take care of it, inshallah ta'ala. And that is how we as Muslims should not imitate others. We should not copy others, we should not imitate them. Particularly in this session that we are today in the United States. And this is relating to the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which says, "An Ata bin Yasar, an Ata bin Yasar, an Abi Sa'id al-Khudri radiyallahu anhu, qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, لتتبعون سنن الذين من قبلكم شبرا بشبر وذراعا بذراع حتى لو دخلوا في جحر ضرب لاتبعتموهم. قلنا يا رسول الله اليهود والنصارى قال الفمن. وفي رواية أخرى لتتبعون سنن من كان قبلكم حذو الكذة من الكذة. The Prophet ﷺ is telling us, as reported by Sayyid ibn Abi Sa'id al-Khudri, that the Prophet ﷺ says that we human beings, especially the Muslims, and speaking to the companions, that we are going to follow the ways and the paths of those people who came before you, shibran bi shibrin wa dhira'an bi dhira', step by step and inch by inch. That is, when others are doing something, we Muslims, we are going to follow them. And then they said to the Prophet ﷺ, whom are you talking about? Faman ya Rasulullah, whom are you talking about, O Prophet ﷺ? Then he said, they asked, are they the Jewish people or the Christians? Then he said, Faman, that is, if these are not the people you are going to follow, whom else are you going to follow? That very particular time of the Prophet ﷺ, the most powerful nation on earth, they are the Persian government as well as the Byzantine government, the Christian government. Their roots were wrong. Now the Prophet ﷺ is telling us that if we are true Muslims, we should be proud of our identity wherever we are. We should be proud of our identity wherever we are. And we should not follow the patterns of those people who came before us. And those people who came before us, they were the Jewish people and they were the Christian people who received book. There are so many nations came before us. But the Christians, they received book from Allah, and the Jewish, they received book from Almighty Allah. And frankly speaking, they have their own ways of doing things. Every nation will give them their own pattern of doing things, and will give you, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, your own pattern of doing things. Now, if there is something good in their religion, Islam says we can copy it, we can emulate it, but we should not imitate anything evil that they were doing, And therefore, the scholars of Islam, they call them ulama al-Muslimin, they are saying that if anything they do which is good, then there's nothing wrong to do something good. But if they are doing something evil, then we should not imitate them at all. Now, it is very simple to say than to practice. So what is happening today, and this is my main topic, is that nowadays we see so many Muslims, particularly in this country of ours, which is America. During the Christmas, they buy trees and they buy many things for their family. I have seen people who, they are Muslims, then during the Christmas they buy a Christmas tree and they do everything that the Christians were doing. Then say, brother, why this and why? I want to satisfy my kids. They go everywhere and people are saying, oh, this tree. Now, not that alone, they buy the tree and then they buy gifts put under the tree. Maybe boxes, and the children feel so happy. Then they tell their friend, why don't you send something to my kid? And they send it to them. And then on the Christmas day, which is 25th of Islam, December or 26th, then they open the box and they feel so happy. Now, if that is their tradition, the Christian tradition, we have no problem with that. And Quran is saying, كل أمة بما لديهم فرحون. Each group is happy and very happy with whatever they have. كل حزب بما لديهم فرحون. If I have something now, I'm happy with it. They have their own religion, we have our own religion. But as Muslims, we should not copy them because that is the essence, that is the sign of being a Christian. That is, during the Christmas, they do all these things, and many of you know that they put all lights around them and they put so many things around them and they say they are doing the Christmas. First of all, as I know, as a student of religion, the Christmas has no foundation whatsoever. It is a festival of non-believers which Christianity copied after so many centuries in their religion. Now they make it something of their own and then they begin to celebrate it, which has no foundation. But as far as Islam is concerned, we have our own celebration, we have our own Eid, we have our own gathering, we have our own coming together, then we should not copy them. And therefore, my appeal to you as parents, try not to imitate those people who are not Muslims. And at times, the parents are saying to us, no, we're just trying to please our children. Allahu Akbar. Why can't you please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Why trying to please your children when they do not know anything? And the reason for that is if you do that for them now, when they grow up, they are going to do the same thing for their kids. Say, oh, our father used to buy a Christmas tree, and we too, we want to buy a Christmas tree. Oh, our father used to give us gifts during the Christmas, we want to give gifts to our children during the Christmas. Whereas, on the other side, when the Eid al-Adha comes or Eid al-Fitr comes, we see our parents not doing enough to give gifts to their children, not doing enough. During the Christmas now, I have been to many areas, they buy everything. The government buy, the institution buy. I went to Arlington some time ago, and there was to the church, it's called the Presbyterian Church, before Christmas for a few weeks. And wallahi, they have maybe 1,000 bicycles, 1,000 bicycles. The company gave it to them. They said they're going to give it to the poor people, African American and the immigrants people during the Christmas. So they sent to them packages, about 1,000, and they recruit themselves to put them together. Then I asked them why this. They said, well, in Christmas, we want to let them feel happy. Well, there's nothing wrong. That is their religion. That is their way of life. That is their celebration. That is their festival. We have nothing wrong with that. But should we emulate that? Say, we too, we are going to give them something like that during the Christmas? There's nothing wrong to give gifts at any time. So therefore, my appeal to you as parents, inshallah ta'ala, don't engage yourself during the Christmas by buying Christmas tree or putting lights all around the house and saying you are doing the same thing they are doing. And subhanAllah, ulama, Muslim scholars are saying, this is the prediction of the Prophet ﷺ. He says that a time will come when you are going to emulate them and you're going to copy them, you're going to imitate them in everything they are doing. Now, this is 1,444 years and we are doing the same thing today. SubhanAllah. And we should not forget that Muhammad ﷺ was not talking from his pocket. He was telling us what was revealed to him. وَمَا يَنْتِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ. He doesn't say anything from himself except that was given to him by Almighty Allah. So as a result of that, he was telling us what is going to happen to us, and that's what is happening to us today. Now, the Prophet then gives us examples saying, you are not just following them, you are following them step by step. Shibran bi shibrin wa dhira'a bi dhira'. Shibr is when you move one foot, then dhira' is when you move one arm. That is, in everything they are doing, you try to copy them so much. حَتَّى لَوْ دَخَلُوا جُحْرَ ضَبٍّ لَدَخَلْتُمُوهُ. To the extent that if they go into a hole of lizard, dog in Arabic language, and this hole for the lizard is very, very small, delicate, and then at the same time, it's very not good hole, it's very dark. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created this lizard that when it goes in, the body shrinks, just like a snake, it goes in. However small that hole is, they go in. So the Prophet ﷺ is saying to us, even if the thing they are doing is so harmful, is not so good, we are going to do the same thing. حَتَّى لَوْ دَخَلُوا جُحْرَ ضَبٍّ لَدَخَلْتُمُوهُ. If they go inside, we want to be like them, we want to go inside. And brothers, I live here for a few times now. I have seen my brothers who are copying Christians in everything. Maybe they invite them to a party, and then everybody is going to say, I don't want to feel alone, I don't want to feel shame, I don't want to feel isolated. Then they take one cup and drink it. Guess what? The second time he took it, the third time he took it, before you know, he becomes a drunkard like them. They begin to drink. And then also, I have seen people too, they go to this party and everything, and everybody, not today, a few years in the past, they smoke cigarette. And then they give a stick to the first, say, why don't you take one stick, and they feel shy, say, I don't want to be isolated. Then he takes one stick, then he smokes. Then the second time he smokes, the third time he smokes, and before you know, he becomes a smoker. Now, Islam is saying, be proud of your identity and be so concerned about your identity. If you are Muslim, be a Muslim. Udkhulu fi silmi kafa. When you say I'm a Muslim, you become Muslim in totality. Not Muslim 50%, 10%, 70%. You be a Muslim completely. So therefore, Islam is saying to you, don't copy them. Even if they are doing something evil, don't copy them. What will happen to you? Suppose now I don't buy tree in my house, I don't buy lights in my house. Nothing will happen to me, subhanAllah. But subhanAllah, what we are seeing is totally different of what is happening today. And maybe some of you remember a few weeks ago when they have Halloween. I do not know for sure, but I saw a picture that Saudi Arabia, some people in Saudi Arabia, they are doing Halloween. And say, oh my God, fi Abdul Muqaddasa in a very sacred place, why are you doing Halloween? You want to just please United States to say that we are modernized? Why copy them? There are so many good things we can copy, but we didn't copy that. Now we are copying how they are doing Halloween, and they put the cartoon on their faces and they begin to do everything. Islam is saying, don't follow them. Don't follow them. And that is my appeal to every one of us, inshallah. Now, if we visit Christians during the Christmas or whatever, if they are your neighbors and they can invite you at times, don't feel shy. I do too. I go, when people invite me, I go there. But brothers try to plug in something about Islam. So what are you going to do? Oh, we invite you to do Christmas, to do this and that. That's fine. But we Muslims, we don't do Christmas, but we do Eid. We do festival. We call it Eid, we call it Eid al-Adha, we call it Eid al-Fitr. And this is what we do in that. And then you begin to talk to them about Islam. And what is happening is that you put in there some seed of Islam. You plug in some words about Islam. And you leave it there. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is capable of changing their mind. Wallahi, some of them have never heard about Islam before. And since they invite you as your neighbor, then you visit them, don't keep silent. See? At the same time, that they invite you doesn't mean you're going to drink with them alcohol. No, don't drink alcohol with them. So what are you going to do? Then I can drink water and everything. And brothers and sisters, we have to be very cautious. You have to be what? We have to be very cautious. I have visited people like that. Wallahi, they don't have water. Everything they put on the table is alcohol. Everything, no water. Then you say you want to drink water, they look at you and say, oh my God, what? This is a spiritual drink. You get it, you get elevated. Say to them, no, I want water. And if it happens all the time, go there with your own water. At our Department of Religion at TCU, when they do celebration, maybe they're going to do it on Saturday, tomorrow, then they bring everybody, and they bring every kind of wine to this party. No single bottle water. Since they do that every time, I and my wife will join them, we take our water from home and we bring it with us. Now, at times, which is very funny, why they put water, but you buy water, but you don't buy alcohol. They put bottle of water and say, this bottle of water, $5. If you don't buy it, well, you're not going to drink, you're not going to drink it. So therefore, be proud of your Islam. Don't feel shy. I'm a Muslim, all this time. So if you are proud of your Islam, then definitely your children are going to be proud of Islam. If you're not proud of Islam and you think these children are not looking at you, you are mistaken. They copy everything that you are doing at home. They see you, they see how you behave, they see how you talk, they see how you react to everything, and when they grow up, they are going to do the same thing. So therefore, my brothers in Islam, try to be yourself at any time and be proud of your Islam, and do not copy them in anything evil. Now, do they have something good they could copy? Of course, yes. I mean, we live in a Christian country, especially this country. And maybe you too did the same thing. I came here just like any one of you. And one of these bad things we have in our country is lack of respect for time. I live in Arabia. You want to do this you come tomorrow. You want to do that, you want to do that, come tomorrow. Then you come here, 5 o'clock is 5 o'clock. 10 o'clock is 10 o'clock. When they say to you, Sadiq, appear at work at 8 o'clock, you appear at 8 o'clock. If you come in 8:05, they give you money. The second time, 1:05, you came, they give you money. Third time, they fire you. This is something you could learn from them, say they respect time and they keep time. Now, those are good things that we can learn. And to be honest, in anything that we are doing. Also, part of what I learned here also, I know that before, but we don't practice it so much, is honesty. You don't take bribe. You don't take bribe. You know, maybe openly. So to qualify, you don't openly. Now, in our country, you take bribe openly. And I say, this is a gift. Well, it is not a gift. It is not a gift, it's bribery. So when they do something good, and it's something really good, there's nothing wrong for us in Islam to emulate them, to copy them. But when they do something bad, then we should be proud enough to say, I'm a Muslim, and I'm not going to copy them, what they are doing. And that is how we can be proud of our religion. Another aspect which I found very interesting, brothers and sisters in Islam, is that when you stand on your feet and you say you are Muslim, and they watch you that you are Muslim, they like what you are doing. They do what? They like what you are doing. So this person is serious, and he has policy, he has rules and regulation, and they respect your policies, and they respect your anything that you are doing which is good. And we can do the same thing. Now, if you are not proud of your religion, then they just keep you the way they want you to be. Once again, I came here too, and I told my department, I'm going to, if you employ me, I'm not going to come to work on Friday. And that was before they give me contract. Say to them, I'm not going to come to work on Friday. If it's teaching, I do everything I'm going to do except Friday. You want it, fine. You don't want it, it's okay with me. Then eventually they said, okay, you do not come to work on Friday. Brothers, I've been here now for 30 years. I do not teach on Friday. I can attend meeting, but I don't teach on Friday. But if first they say, well, I can teach on Friday, when they give me chance, I'll do it, that's fine. But the question is, if you are not being proud of your religion, and you are not ready to follow your religion, then what is the meaning of being a Muslim? And therefore Islam is saying to us, you want to be Muslim, you be Muslim completely. Idkhulu fi silmi kafa. You want to be Muslim, you be a Muslim completely. You want to be half-half, then think of it, and the consequences are there. So we appeal to every one of us, inshallah ta'ala. This is the celebration they are having nowadays in Christmas, and they do it very well. And even though, as many of you have known now, the way they decorate their houses nowadays is far, far less than maybe 10 years ago. 10 years ago, you see lights everywhere. I'm living in this street. I was living in this West Creek Street down there, maybe 2 or 1 block here. And every corner was lights and everything. Nowadays, today now is on the 17th or 16th, and there's no light as before. So maybe for economic purposes, but whatever be the case, brothers and sisters, try to be yourself. Do not imitate others. Do not imitate others. And there's another hadith, the Prophet ﷺ saying, La takunu imma'a. Don't be an imitator. In ahsana nasu ahsant, when asaw asad. Saying people, if people are good, then I'm good. If they're bad, you are bad. No, don't be. That's not a Muslim. A Muslim is saying, I'm a Muslim and I'm going to follow my Islam, I'm going to stand with it, I'm going to practice by all means possible, inshallah ta'ala. And when you stand with it, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to be with you, inshallah ta'ala. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المؤمنين إنه غفور رحيم. Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam tasliman kathira. So the point which I'm making is that inshallah ta'ala we be ourselves. We do what? We be ourselves. We do not imitate others. If you begin to imitate them, then you fall into this ayah when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا ثُمَّ كَفَرُوا ثُمَّ آمَنُوا ثُمَّ كَفَرُوا. People who say we are believer today, then after that they turn to kufr, disbelief, then they come back, they say we are believers, then they come back and they turn to Quran says, لَمْ يَكُنِ اللَّهُ لِيَكْفِرَ لَهُمْ. Allah is not ready to forgive them because they are not totally into Islam. They are not totally into Islam. If you are Muslims, we be Muslims all the time, not occasional Muslim, not temporary Muslim, not Muslim in Ramadan only, or Muslim when we want. No, be in it completely, and that's what Islam is requesting from us, inshallah ta'ala. So we appeal to every one of us, inshallah, to be nice. Now, could you buy something for your children? Of course, yes. But don't call it Christmas tree. Don't call it Christmas gift. Don't call it Christian name. You can buy gifts for your friends. Now we are at the end of the year, maybe all the children now they are out of school say, my son, my daughter, I give you this gift because you just finished your 1 year in school, and this is my gift for you. But don't call it Christian name. Because when you do that, you are planting into their heads something which is going to be engraved in their head. And that's what we do not want. That's what we don't want. And I will complete this thing with one story. And that was, maybe some of you met some Nigerians many times. Most of the Nigerians in the United States, they are Christians. They are Christians. For one reason or the other, normally they don't give Muslim visa in Nigeria, unless very recently they don't. So 80% of Nigerians in the United States, they are Christians. They are Christians. Then what happens to us, those of us who came here as Muslims, during the Christmas, then our children will visit them, because that's the time for fun. Then guess what? Wallahi, many of them became Christians. Our children, they became Christians. Then we decided, what are we going to do? Hadi mushkila kabira. This is a very serious case. Then we decided that we are going to do programs, children program, and we call it platform for Nigerian kids all over the United States. For Nigerian kids all over the United States. So instead of you sending your kids to them during the 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th of December, bring them all together and then give them something about Islam. Talk to them about Christianity, what Christianity is. Talk to them about what Isa and Islam is, what is Maryam is, and let them learn something about Islam. And guess what? It works. It works very well. So therefore, don't tell me there's no alternative. You have to find alternative to what is happening in your own family, to what is happening in your own community. There's nothing wrong for us as a community on the 25th of December, bring all people together, children together, and give them some small program and give them some gifts. There's nothing wrong with that. Instead of them visiting their friends who are Christian and you take them there and they have fun, believe it or not, Christians, they normally have fun. There's nothing nothing so serious in Christianity. You go there, you dance, you sing, then you do whatever you want to do. Even their religion is dancing and singing, and that is the end of it. They're not going to pray anyway. So if you're a Muslim and you have community and the children are there and they're thinking of Christmas and everything, bring them together and organize for them a small program and give them gifts and keep them away from these Christian practices. Otherwise, before you know, they are gone. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us and to be with us in everything that we are doing. And brothers too, if we don't do it, nobody is going to protect us, nobody is going to do that for us. We are the only one who can protect our children, who can educate them, who can bring them, enlighten them of what Islam is all about, and by the grace of Almighty Allah, they're going to become good Muslims in the future. But if you do not plant anything or plant anything in their hearts today, then don't expect anything from them in the nearest future. What you sow is what you reap. If you sow good things now, then definitely in the nearest future you're going to get something better. If you don't sow anything, then you're not going to find anything. So we ask Allah to be with us and to be with every one of you, inshallah. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين وصل اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا وأقم الصلاة يرحمكم الله جزاكم الله